I gotta go share it to my Facebook. I'm gonna go share it to my Facebook. I can go real quick.
Hey, everyone. My name is Tanae Costley, host of Real Talk Business and Motivation. And it is Tuesday night, so I'm coming to you live with another episode. Now, it's been a while since I did a complete overview of the Reels Play bonus program. That was actually the first episode of this show, which was season 1, episode 1. So now we're in season 2, episode 2. How ironic. So I thought, since it's been so many changes since the program first started, and since I did like a specific episode geared toward just overviewing everything on the Reels Play bonus program, that it was very important that I go over the details again tonight. So this is your Reels Play bonuses update, and joining me tonight I have Jamal, who is also an admin of a Facebook Reels group. So we're going to be combining just to share tips and tricks and just make sure everyone has the resources and information they need to be successful in the program. Hey, Jamal.
Good night today.
Good night.
I was nervous there, but good night. Right.
You're definitely not nervous. Come on, you go live all the time. But how are you doing tonight?
I was talking about I was nervous about the name. I was spelling the name and saying the name.
Oh, okay.
So I just
it's
say
definitely
the name
today. You got it right.
Good night to you. How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing pretty well. So for everyone that is just tuning in, do you mind just sharing who you are and exactly what you do and how you got into Reels?
Yeah, so good night to everyone. Whenever you do see this live or if you're in this live, good night wherever you are. I am Pilar Urban Luxury. I represent a premium streetwear brand with our own modern, unique designs. And the mission for my brand is to highlight pillars in the community and positive influences. My Facebook name is Jamal Pierre, but I do go by Pilar. So.
Okay, Jamal. And I had no idea Jamal was going to be out and about tonight at dinner. So this is our first guest who is out on a location, but it's perfectly fine. You might have to speak up just a little bit, slightly more for we can hear you better on the volume wise, but other than that, we are good. Now, Jamal here also is an admin of a Facebook Reels Play bonus group. So we thought it would be pretty unique to combine just to share tips and tricks. So Jamal, how long have you been in the Reels Play bonus program, and when did you start your group?
Yes, I definitely been in the Reels Play bonus program since I think it was December 10th, and I started my group. It has to be about early January, I believe.
Okay. And just one group admin to another. What made you start your group?
See, I already was over in Clubhouse. So when I was over at Clubhouse doing my groups and other things, I said we should go over here and everybody should come over to Facebook and then let's start making money together. We're gonna be over there having talk shows and helping doing business shows and stuff like that. Let's go over here and make money together. So I said let's make a group. And the same, just like how we was in Clubhouse, because I'm the admin over there at a Pilar's pull-up clubhouse over there. So
okay. All right. It's that volume is low, but we're going to bear with you tonight, Jamal. He was out enjoying life. It's one thing about being a content creator, entrepreneur, you can just get up and go. So we just need you to speak up a little bit louder but other than that, we're good. But now that you mentioned Clubhouse, I want to ask you, because I used to be on Clubhouse like when it first, I don't know if it's when it first started or when it first got really popular. Now, do you feel like Clubhouse is still really good as far as networking, or do you lean towards like the Facebook groups?
It is good for networking. There are still a lot of good clubhouses that actually go on and do a lot of business and networking, but it's not as good as it when it started. When it started, everybody was about businesses. There was a lot of new businesses that came out. So now, It's a selective, but all who stayed loyal, that stayed and stuck around the right people, they are, still good clubhouses that still network and do their things. But as an entrepreneur, you're always busy, so it's really hard to really catch it. It's really
Okay.
hard for me to even still go on there because now we're creating content on Facebook. So Clubhouse
Right.
doesn't pay and Facebook pays, so it's really hard for
Right.
me to give my time over there. You know?
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, like that clubhouse, like hype, it quickly came and went as far as like me joining. Like I got in a few rooms and I was like, dang, you gotta like wait to speak. Like, but I never actually like created my own room on Clubhouse. So I can't really speak on like the full effect. But just since you brought it up, I was just curious, like, how is that still going as far as networking? So thank you for sharing that. Now, I know you have the Rose Play bonus group too. Now, is this your first Facebook group or have you like been maneuvering like Facebook tools and stuff?
No, I actually, my younger years, I'm still active, but not as much. But I'm a DJ, so I've been had a DJ group, so I've been had a Facebook group before. It's actually called the Florida Sound Clash Fraternity. I'm from the West
Okay.
Indies, so I have some Caribbean in me. So we do sound clashes and stuff like DJ contests. That's what
Okay.
y'all would, that's what the American term for it. Um, so I had like the whole Florida Sound Clash fraternity with all the DJs that contest against each other. So I've been having groups and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
And
And
and go ahead. I was about to say, and I've been doing radio and stuff like that, and podcasting and stuff like that. So
I love it. I always feel like if you do like content creating and if you're real comfortable in front of the camera and you're real comfortable, of course, using your voice and you have some valuable information to share or message, then podcasting, of course, like YouTube and even Apple, Google, Spotify, whatever tools that you can use to help build a organic audience authentically. I do love podcasting, so that's really awesome. And I'm pretty sure you've been able to gain some followers just from that outlet as well, right?
yes, that's the thing about me. Why I have so much different content because I brought it all together. I've been doing this, but I always kept it separate. So now is the greatest time for me to bring it all together because I'm getting paid for it now. So.
Right. Right. See, I don't think I've ever came across like one of your reels like showing you like behind the scenes like doing DJing or anything like that. So
I
that's
didn't
pretty
even
new to
start
me.
yet.
Okay, okay.
Most of my following is from the music community and my DJing and stuff like that. Like I started with 5,000. I have 5,000 followers already. But when we get down the line and talking about the reels play, I'm gonna talk about why I got my following down because that was from from DJing. Now we getting paid, and this is about money. So people that's
Right.
on my friends list, that's you need to be following and actually engaging in my stuff. And if you're not doing that, then you don't need to be there at this point in time.
Right, right. The reason why I asked you like the questions get toward the entertainment industry because like that's a very like lucrative, I feel like craft as far as like building our authentic following. I actually kind of grew up in that world. My father was a radio host and my father was also a DJ, so I followed him around a lot. And picked up a lot of things as far as doing like that entertainment stuff. And now that I'm doing like more so the content, the reels and stuff, that stuff kind of goes hand in hand, I feel like. So once you find like that way to combine them all, then it's a win-win. It's a win-win. So I commend you on what you're doing. Definitely keep it up. And I'm going to be looking for more reels geared toward that because people need to see what you're doing. Same thing I tell myself.
Thank you, Queen, for real,
Of course.
definitely. And
Of course.
I feel like I don't really want to go there, but the reels is really great for anybody that's doing music right now. I think right now the reach that you could get from the reels is amazing. So if you're doing music, if you're an artist or whatever, it doesn't even matter. Even if you're a drummer, like the reels can really give you a amazing reach.
Right. I just feel like whatever your niche is, as long as you like find a way to think outside the box and combine that with showing your personality, like who you authentically are. And if people fall in love with that, then that's when you start to hit your sweet spot, because now you know people are coming to your page because they are actually drawn to you and what you do, and that's going to be like your tribe. That's going to be your support team. And once you build that following, like, that can convert the sales, of course, but we're going to get into that later. I did kind of want to go over the updates of the Rose Play program. So if you guys are just joining, I have Jamal here, who is also an admin of a Facebook group. And if you have already been in the program, or if you're just been invited to the program, there has been a lot of changes. So I want to dive in deep, but I also want to open it up for a live Q&A. So of course, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. Now, guys, I have been in the Rose Play bonus program on Facebook for about over 6 months now. I'm currently waiting for my invite on 2 of my Facebook business pages, and then I have 2 more that is already that's still accumulating right now. But I know there's a lot of people out there like, oh my God, I haven't received another invite, and I just want to say, be patient and stay positive, because more than likely Facebook is slow as hell. I know last month it was quite a wait. So I'm figuring this month they're still getting it together. So I just want to encourage everyone, if you are in the program and you're waiting for another invite, to just be patient and stay positive, because more than likely it's coming. Facebook is slow and Facebook is glitching, and plus the program is still rolling out and changing.
Tania, just give them what they want. You know what they want. They want to talk about the $1,200. They want to
Yes,
know
hold on. So
if
let's
the next month, but is it still going to be $35,000 max, or is it going to be
right.
1,200?
All right,
Give
guys.
them what they
So
want.
let's get into it. Speaking of updates, one of the most recent changes that has caused a lot of controversy is the capping at 1,200 instead of 35K. Now, originally, everyone was super excited to join the program. I'm still probably super excited to join, because free money is free money. And if you're a business owner, a content creator, you need to be on social media anyway, leveraging it, which is by posting content consistently, whether you're in the Rose Play Bonuses program or not. If you're not on social media, you're leaving money on the table. But going back to the Rose Play bonus program, of course, it's an incentive. It's extra income, and it's a way that you can monetize your social media. Now, originally, I was like, okay, Facebook is an equal opportunity, workplace, I guess, because they were starting everyone off at 35,000 a month, the option to make 35K a month. Whereas though I was invited to the Instagram Reels Play bonus program way before Facebook, and they capped me off at 1,200. Now, so guys, of course, the biggest change is capping off at 1,200. Now, I have 4 business pages that have been in Facebook Rose Play bonuses since last year. But my personal account was never invited until, I would say, about 2 weeks ago, when I feel like a lot of people got that mass invite. And when I finally got it, I was like, woo, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this invite. And then I get to it. I think this came up first. Turn on professional mode. And I turned it on. And then when it popped up, I was like 1,200. Then I was looking at my phone like, am I on Instagram? Oh, I thought I was on Instagram, because my cap on Instagram is 1,200. But then I quickly found out that I was on Facebook, and they decided to take a page out of Instagram book. They decided to start capping people off at 1,200. So I was still excited, because I post a lot and I have a bigger following on my personal account. But still, it was a slight bummer, because it's just like, dang, I really wish I was invited with my personal account before my business pages. But nonetheless, it is still extra income. And guys, if you haven't saw the screenshot, here it is. It is 1,200. Feel free to put in the chat how y'all feeling about this 1,200 cap. Okay, y'all feeling like, okay, still a blessing, it's still extra money that I don't have. It's still a good opportunity, or you feeling like F that, like What happened? We was waiting for that 35K. I mean, no,
I feel
seriously.
I feel like it should be the first stage for the new people that's coming in, if it is. Because if they do make the 1,200, I think they should be blessed with the next stage of the 35,000, a month. I definitely think yeah, I think it's something good for a lot of people because some people come in and maybe not be content creators and maybe not have good enough content, so they might feel like they're giving away free money.
Yeah, that's the same thing that I say. I say opportunity to make money is an opportunity to make money. You always look at things on a brighter side. And like I said, if you're a content creator and an entrepreneur, you need to be posting content anyway. So it's basically you getting a couple extra dollars for something that you should already be doing for your business or your brand. So regardless, it's still a win. um and it still should be an extra, I feel like, motivator for you to leverage your social media. Now, if that's not enough for you, I feel like, okay, then you should be thinking outside the box, because you should never solely put your eggs in one basket or rely on one thing. So you need to be thinking of other ways to leverage your social media. And there's plenty of other things that you can do to monetize, even outside of Facebook tools. If you can just post content and convert them to sales, or by you posting content and people connecting with you, you're building relationships that could help you in your business. That's also big. So I just want to encourage everyone, if you are feeling discouraged, that you need to stop thinking small, you need to stop playing small, and you need to just take it with a grain of salt and just let that motivate you to figure out other ways to monetize or leverage your social media, to be honest. But I'm just curious to hear everyone else's opinion. And if you are just joining and you're tuning in from Facebook, because I'm also live on Facebook as well as YouTube, I cannot see your name unless you go to streamyard.com/Facebook and authorize your name to be shown. So I do want to show comments and I do want to interact with you guys by name, but I won't be able to see it if you don't take that extra step if you're coming from Facebook. I was Hey Ty, I see you said you would still be happy to be invited. That's the way I see it. Thank God. I feel like my personal page is not my only page that's in the program. So of course for me it's a little bit different because my personal page is now capped off at 1,200, but I still have all four of my business pages that have the opportunity to make 35K. So I do feel like hopefully Facebook doesn't switch it up and change that cap, that income cap. For the people that's been in the program like me, like for 6 months, like come on, let's still give us that opportunity. But as long as they do that, I feel like a lot of people will still stay motivated and still put the work in to actually post consistently and build their audience as well as their business. Yeah, but if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Jamal,
Yes, Queen.
who happens to be out to eat during the show, but it's all good. It's all good.
Listen, that's what Pillar Urban Luxury is about.
Yes,
It's about
tell us about your clothing brand real quick before we get into further updates.
First of all, this is my second brand. I had a brand before. It was a 420 Friendly brand, and I don't want to say I failed. I learned a lot of lessons, and then I
Mhm.
turned it into this brand. This brand, it stands for a lot. When you hear pillar, a pillar, is strength and structure, and that's what I'm really about. As we are doing now, giving out strength to a lot of people, and and we form the structure around it. And I really enjoy this journey. I really wasn't on Facebook when it came to the brand. I really wasn't at all. I was really on Instagram most of all. So if anybody's listening right now, it's Pillar_Urban Luxury. You could go there right now. That's where most of my content really was at. So like I really only came over back to Facebook because of the real estate bonus program. You
Yeah,
know,
so the viewers are saying that you need to turn your volume up because they can't hear you as well. But guys, I just update, real live update right now. I just checked my creative studio. So the 2 pages that I was waiting to be re-invited, I now see that I'm back in action up until May 12th. So if you guys were waiting for a renewal, you need to refresh your Facebook, check your creator studio, because it should be there. So for all my people that was starting to get impatient and frustrated, that is pretty good news that those renewals should be rolling out right now. So if you don't have it, you should be getting it soon. Because I definitely just checked for both of my pages that I was waiting for, and I am back in, and they are still capped off at 35K. So there's no change for that. Thank God.
look at that. They got the live update on that.
Okay, I was like, let me go. I was like, let me go ahead and check. And there we go. So a lot of people were worried about that. Yep, but we still at 35. Let me see if I can screenshot it. I'll just screenshot one of them so I can put it in here. Yeah, but if you are tuning in, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. That is the main update that I see a lot of people riled up about, wondering about the 1200. If they were going to, I guess, decrease it for people that's been in the program, or if they were going to keep rolling it out. Now, one thing I want to know, if you received a new invite on your business page and it was capped off at 1200, please put that in the chat, because as far as what I see, it's only personal accounts that have been invited for the first time that's capping off at the 1200. Now, have you seen different, Jamal?
I have not seen any different. Everybody that has got it in my group, they got it at 1,200. When that big mass, it was like last week when everybody got the mass invite.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, it was at $1,200.
Okay, now was that personal accounts or was that business pages?
Most of them was actually all of them was personal accounts. It was
Yeah, I was
actually
about to
personal
say.
accounts.
So that's still to be determined, if they're going to like cap off the business pages once they first invite them at the 1200, or is it just personal accounts? Now, I feel like the reason why they did the personal accounts is because, of course, everyone has a bigger following on their personal Instagram. I mean, their personal Facebook. I've had Facebook. Woo! Since high school that I believe I had Facebook since high school. So I want to say over a decade. Man, that make me seem old. But I had my Facebook forever, so of course I have like a bigger following on my personal account. So I feel like the reason why they capped it off on personal accounts is because they want you to try harder, or they don't want you to, I don't know, have a leg up. Is that, you feel the same way? Because I'm
But
feeling like,
don't quote me though. But I think it's like 4 million views to get 1,200 on that 1,200. I don't know. I think that was a little bit too steep for the first for the first round.
I gotta look at it again. I definitely gotta look at it
Yeah,
again.
they made a lot of changes, especially changes to the pay. So those are the updates that's gonna be coming for. Should be ready for next week on how much money you make for every 1,000 or 100,000 views you get, because that's
Right.
what I think has changed, the amount of money that you receive per 1,000 views.
Yeah, I did see that it has been decreased. So they're definitely making it harder. They're making it harder to actually meet the cap. And I feel like with Instagram, I've been in Instagram's program maybe like a month before Facebook's program, and my cap is 1,200. I've never reached my cap. I've never reached my cap on Instagram. I've reached like half my cap. And that took a lot of hard work because of the algorithm is very different on IG. I feel like Facebook, if you post reels consistently, if you strategize and you of course think outside the box, then you're more likely to reach a cap. I feel like on Instagram, if you don't already have that following base build up, it's easier for them to shadow ban because I've honestly have not reached the 1200 on Instagram. The most I made probably was about 600 a month, and that was me posting consistently. I would say like once or twice. No, probably twice, sometimes 3 times a day. So it all depends, but my views have significantly decreased, especially on Instagram. I recognized that way before Facebook. Now, my personal account, since it was just invited 2 weeks ago, my views have decreased on that, but I'm not too worried about my personal account since it's capped off at 1200. I might even turn it off and just focus on my business page, my digital creator page, which I still had the opportunity to make 35K. So guys, basically what I'm saying, if you have multiple pages in the program, please utilize them. There's no point of not spending it to your advantage. Like me, see, I'm thinking I don't really care about my personal page, especially if it's 1200. Not like that, because I'm kind of want people to go to my business pages anyway. So that makes more sense for me. But if you have multiple pages, that gives you options. That definitely gives you options. Now, is there any other updates you want to go over? Because I know tonight we didn't want to have it too long. He's out enjoying his best life. I'm in my office working. Okay.
Listen, that's what the brand is about. It's about the luxury of life. Of just being out, just enjoying yourself, and
Right. Let me
doing the
ask
things
you.
that you love. It's not really
Right.
about the money.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would say that too. Same for myself. I'm not necessarily worried about the money. Like I see so many other people like stressed, like really stressed out about it. My mind always thinks beyond this. I don't want to say beyond something small because for some people this is the only income that they have, but my mind is constantly thinking bigger and bigger and bigger. So I know real play bonuses is only a part of the picture, but I'm not thinking small. I'm not letting myself think limited. So I'm thinking limitlessly beyond reels and the power of social media altogether. And if you really leverage it and you build your following, so I do feel like if you can build a following and convert it to sales, then that's beyond the rose play
No,
bonus.
no, that's what I'm saying because that's what I did with my brand. When I
Okay.
started my brand, I started on Clubhouse. I got models, I got influencers, I got people who believed in it because we actually sat there and we had life conversations as well, not only just business. So I had a lot of people who believed in it. So my following is all organic. That's why I never ask people to follow or whatever the case may be because you know if you do follow for follow, it's like you're a seller and you're trying to sell to another seller. You need buyers. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so you really want people who's going to watch your content. You don't want really, yes, it's okay to have, another content creator or, your friend or whatever, you watching their content or whatever. But you really want people who consume content, not really people who's putting out content, if you get what I'm saying. So
No,
it's like,
that's serious.
so since doing the clubhouse over there, having a clubhouse, and I also converted them from over there to Instagram. So my clubhouse also has an Instagram. So from the Instagram we convert over to Facebook. So it's all organic. Like I don't even have 1,000 followers yet since my profile transformed over. But I get the views. You get what I'm saying? Because my people engage and watch my content. I don't have
Yeah.
a bunch of people who's putting out content where I have to watch their content to for them to watch my content. If you get what I'm saying.
Okay. So hold on. You said you don't have a lot of people. Say that last part one more time.
No, I was just saying I don't have a lot of people, I don't have to watch a lot of people content for them to watch my content. You get what I'm saying? For me
Yeah.
to get my views, because I
Yeah,
have my
because
people that engage in my content.
yeah, because I'm not on social media all day scrolling, to be honest. I'm definitely not on social media consuming a lot of content. Sometimes when I have, breaks in between business and stuff like that, of course I'm scrolling and showing love. I'm hopping in the group, trying to answer questions. I'm checking my DMs, which is crazy. Which I will send instructions to probably just DM me on my personal page, because checking off all of my business pages and my personal pages regarding brills has been crazy. So if you send me a message, I am catching up. But if you send me a message on my business page, it probably would be helpful to send me a message on my personal page too. Um, but nonetheless, it is crazy. But I would like to say you're completely right, Jamal. If you can get on social media to consume content, you can get on social media to create content and push that out to build your brand and to build your business. I mean, for all the people that I see in groups or just in social media in general talking about I'm going to quit because I haven't got an invite to the program, it just makes me wonder, like, are you an entrepreneur? Are you a content creator? Like, do you have a brand? Because it's so many other benefits to posting reels, because they reach a wider audience, especially if you're not in a program already. Your reels will reach a wider audience, which in return gives you the opportunity to build your brand and your business up more. So for the people that say, "Oh, I'm gonna quit if I don't receive an invite," it's just like, okay, well, that person has to go back to the drawing board, especially if they're an entrepreneur and they have a business, because it's just like it doesn't make sense to me for an entrepreneur to say that. It's like you're leaving money on the table by not promoting yourself, by not promoting your business. Like, rose play bonuses should only be a piece of the puzzle. It should not be the whole. It should not be the whole everything where you like, oh my god, I want to flip the table over. I just don't even give a damn no more. It's just like, you might need some coaching. So you need some coaching. You need to holler at me, because I don't know what's going on up there. But anybody that really want to be successful is not going to be thinking small. And they're going to be motivated and love a challenge. That's what I say. Cause it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of I quit. Well, I'm gonna quit, and I'm frustrated. It's just like, oh my god.
I see a few of those. But
Especially when it's renewal time. When it's renewal time come up, and everybody waiting on their renewal, the tension, the tension is thick. It's just like, whoo, I don't want to hear
if you
nothing
didn't
if
say
you don't
that
say
just
that.
now,
If you don't say nothing about renewals,
if you didn't just say you got that invite just now, everybody still would have been sweating.
right? And
And if it still didn't say 35K instead of 1200, they'd have
right,
been
right.
sweating. A lot of people would have quit just now.
Right, exactly. But guys, even if Facebook ends up switching up on us, I still feel like if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be on social media. It's no ifs, ands, and buts. Even without the Rules Play bonus program, I would still be on social media to some extent. Maybe I wouldn't be posting reels as consistently. Maybe I would be posting a lot more flyers and other type of content. But regardless, I would still have a presence on social media in order to leverage and successfully grow my business. Now, if you think about it, it's a lot of people out here that is probably like myself, who doesn't necessarily have like that strong support system around them, might not have like a lot of like-minded individuals where they can piggyback ideas, or that can really help share and support their business. And that's what social media is for. I met so many dope people, met so many great people. Just
That's why the Reels Play bonus program is the best thing that ever happened. The best
okay.
thing that ever happened, because your reels go out to cold traffic. If you don't know what cold traffic is, someone that you don't know, you would have never met, and you would never met if they didn't have that reels button. You get what I'm saying? From
Right.
maybe another side of the country, or you know wherever. But definitely, Reels Play bonus program is the best thing that ever happened for business. It's basically like you're running an ad without paying for it. Because when you run ads, especially for new businesses and businesses who are not well established like that, is like
Mhm.
you run ads and you're hoping and praying that you get a hit and you get a sale. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you just
And
to
you paying to run ads. You putting money into ads, to be
yes,
honest.
and it takes about 10 times, maybe 15 times somebody seeing your stuff before they ever purchase. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just because you run an ad and they see your stuff, that doesn't mean that they're gonna purchase. But if they consistently, see certain things, if they see your ad and they seeing your reels and they seeing what's really going on, trust me, the real thing is basically like running ads. Anybody who has a business could definitely agree with that. You never could ever get this amount of reach.
Yeah, yeah, I do feel like the amount of people that you're able to reach with reels is a lot higher than just posting a picture or a video. Of course, if you do something real catchy, then people will share it and it might go viral and stuff. But reels reach a wider audience, even on Instagram. To be honest, even though it's like struggle century, because I definitely feel like I'm shadow banned on Instagram. It's like, God damn, how many do y'all need?
I
10?
really stopped the
Well,
Instagram.
like no.
I really stopped the Instagram because this is about to hit a lot of people. I had got like 127,000
Gotta
reach, and
speak up a little bit.
you get.
That's
I
a
said,
little
I
louder.
let me talk about the Instagram. I had got like 124,000 reach one month, and I didn't get into the program, so I gave up. But what the thing about Instagram is really about scrolling and really about people being nosy. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get sales for a business or whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
if you're a business right now and a business owner, you need to be focusing on Pinterest. Pinterest is where you get sales. People go on there to buy. Instagram people just go on there to keep up with the Jones and to be nosy, really and truly. So just free game. That's
Yeah,
all.
I mean, I would say the same. But I see some people doing really well with their reels on Instagram, and more than likely they have a following already, or they're not in the program. I do feel like the algorithm is already tough on Instagram, completely different from Facebook, and then on top of being in a program, it's just like, dang, like it's crazy. It's crazy, but I've seen people do really well, especially that's not in the Instagram program, with building their audience and getting a lot of traction from their reels. So I mean, it really all depends. It really all depends. I haven't cracked the code to Instagram yet. Haven't cracked the code. I probably will bring someone on a little further down the line this season that is doing really well on Instagram and this in that program, so we can go more in depth. But guys, if you have any questions on Instagram, Reels Play Bonus Program is harder to get in, just like Jamal said. For me, I was posting a reel a day as part of a challenge, and then like 14 days later, I got the invite to the program, and it's like, what is this? And I was like, all right, cool. A way to make money, 1,200. But then when Facebook program came up and said 35K, I said, baby, that's a scam. That's a scam. I ain't even paying no attention.
Listen,
I was like, they
listen,
out here scamming on Facebook,
listen.
Instagram,
I don't.
Facebook, the
I don't
same
think I
thing.
made a. I don't think I made too many posts after I got into the Facebook situation because I know Instagram is really not where the bread and butter is at. Like I said, Pinterest and running ads is where you really get the money at. So since I came over, since Facebook had the program, I don't really think I've been on Instagram like that because it's just more lucrative. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, guys, if you just tuning in right now, I have Jamal here, who is also an admin of a Facebook Reels bonus group, who is joining me, joining forces pretty much, and we're giving tips on the program overview and all the updates. Now, I know a lot of you guys are coming because it's renewal time, so if you haven't already check your creative studio, please refresh your Facebook. I just got reinvited on the 2 pages that I was waiting on, and I know a lot of other people was waiting on that reinvite to the program. So guys, if you are joining in and you was frustrated and you was waiting because the tension be high in the group when it's renewal time, I'm had to do an icebreaker, like a giveaway around that time, like, everybody calm down. Calm down. It's like, no. But we are back in action. let me know if you was waiting on that invite, that renewal invite, and you got it. Put that in the chat if you just received your renewal. But other than that, we also discussed the new 1,200 cap for personal accounts that have been invited to the program recently. Instead of 35K, they are capping off at 1,200. Now, as far as business pages having a new cap, is still to be determined. But as far as what I see, it is only the personal accounts that they have been capping off at 1,200, which is similar to Instagram Reels Play Bonus Program. I'm capped off at 1,200 there. So of course, when I received the Facebook invite, like a month later, I've been in the Facebook program for about over 6 months now on 4 of my business pages, but never my personal page until two weeks ago. So when I saw 1,200, I thought I was on Instagram, to be honest, and I had to go back see what app I was on. But if you are just joining, you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. We will be wrapping it up soon. It's going to be a shorter episode tonight, but I pretty much just wanted to hop on here and give you guys updates on the program. It's still a great opportunity to leverage your social media. Even if you're not in a program, there's a lot of benefits to posting reels, such as being able to build a organic following from, being authentic and thinking outside the box. In return, you can convert those to sales. You can get new clients, new customers. So it's a lot of things you can do if you leverage your social media properly. I mean, the power of being online is real. So if you are trying to get into that, the creating content life, then you should definitely check out the past episodes when I go more into strategy and stuff. But this was pretty much an overview. Now, Jamal, I know you are
Yes,
out to eat.
please.
Is there anything else that you want to share tonight? You didn't even eat your food.
Not really. What you say?
You didn't even eat your food.
No, my food's sitting right here. I should show my food next Thursday.
Chicken tenders and fries. Like, no.
It's sitting right here. Yes, sir. I am out at a business dinner.
Okay, living a life. This
Huh?
should be I said living a life. This should be content right now.
Yeah,
But
it should be a
we
lot of
need to see
content.
a reel of the food, the restaurant, you living your life. This is what people want to see, to be honest. But
Yeah.
that's
It's like,
another. That's one
huh?
more thing I want to ask you, because I know you do content ranging from anything from like comedy to radio to, you do a lot of different stuff. So is there no limits like to the content that you
No
create?
limits. I got 13 pages.
13.
13 pages. There's no limits.
You
I
got
got
13
I
pages.
got I
How
got
many are in the program?
three pages in
Okay,
the
okay.
program. So, but I got
13
13 pages.
pages.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
also an electrician, so I get
There you go.
I got electrical reels, I got electrician reels, I got 2 electrical pages. Because that's content every day. I got pull up. I'm gonna convert Clubhouse, Instagram, all into Facebook. So we already have an Instagram, we already have a Clubhouse. So we're gonna be over here on Facebook and everything. I got internet is undefeated. That's where all the real funny stuff is at. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's getting a lot of good views too. My daughter has a page, Siani and her dad. She got a
Nice.
video that's at 30,000, so I'm waiting for her to get into. So, I got a few. What else? I can't remember the other ones.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I got a
That's a
lot.
lot right there. When you said 13 pages, I was like, okay. I ain't hear nobody had 13 pages yet, but you got 3 in the program. So it's like, all right, I still got you beat with your 13. So, but that's a lot. That's a lot to keep up with. Let's just talk about it. To be able to maneuver all those different pages, that's
I'm
like a
happy. I'm happy. I'm
goal.
single, and my
Huh?
daughter. I'm happy. I'm single. I can say that. I'm happy. I'm
Oh,
single.
okay, because it's a job. Creating
It
content is a
is a
job.
job. It's a
And
job.
13 pages, that's even more of a job.
Definitely. And I'm
Okay.
happy my daughter has her page so that it could be content instead of, just being a full time, dad.
Yeah.
A full time job. I mean, I said full time job.
Yeah, no, it truly is. And hold on, let me ask you. I don't know how you run your group exactly, but I know just managing a group is also a job, and I think that goes over people's heads sometimes. It's like it's a job within itself. To run a Facebook group, but it's also a lot of, I would say, benefits to it, maybe not monetary, but to be able to connect and network with so many people from different areas is a
You
blessing with
actually feel like
itself.
it's a tribe. That's the best
The
part
shop.
about it. You feel like you
Yeah.
have a tribe, and they support you more than the people that you knew for your whole life.
Yes. It's
And that's the
definitely.
best. That's the best part about it, and I truly appreciate them. If they watching, I love y'all. Truly
Yes.
appreciate y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, a lot of things wouldn't be possible. I truly
Yeah.
appreciate y'all.
And if my group is watching, I think I'm gonna call my team the real fam. We gonna stay the real fam, okay? Because it's all a team dynamic, and that's one of the things that kept pushing me to work on the group and continue to build it. Because I'm just like, I'm one of those people. I don't have a lot of like-minded individuals, but I'm also one of those people that be like, all right, I don't give a damn. Like, let me go find my people. Let me go do a Facebook group. So I've been utilizing Facebook groups for many reasons. Anything that I want to learn, anything that I want to do, I manage Facebook groups for clients. So I already kind of knew like the benefits. So when Facebook Reels came up and there wasn't a lot of information on it, or when the Reels Play bonus program came up on Instagram and Facebook too, it wasn't a lot of information. So I'm like, all right, I don't know anybody else that's really in this program that's doing it. Let me make a group. Let me make a group and see if I can network with some like-minded individuals and we can all come together. So I think I definitely would say it's been a blessing because it's definitely been a team effort as far as everyone being positive and helping one another. I would definitely say that. Sometimes I don't even answer the question because someone else has answered it. So I'm
That's
gonna
the
get. I'm gonna
best
be
part
giving back
about
to
it.
my group. I'm gonna be giving back to my group and doing some other stuff. We gonna get into some other type of content besides reels, especially if you're a business owner. You need to know how to make flyers and stuff. I got that coming for you guys. Just bear with me because I like to do everything structured and everything uniform. I'm one of those type of people. How about you? How do you run it? You just like, all right, like.
Oh no! I don't let it. It's not a spam group. None whatsoever. Yeah, you ain't spamming there. They
Because
know
the
that.
Spammers was crazy, wasn't it? It finally, I don't know if it's because I didn't put
Listen,
so many rules, but it's finally then died down a little bit. Because before it was nuts.
yes, my numbers is low in people, but uh, you know how many invites and requests you get a day, and how
Yeah,
many are actually real, and how many are actually spam. So it's really hard to actually really accept anybody in, because so many people. This is a lot of money, so people are really trying to hack your accounts and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I'm there really trying to protect really the 1,300 people that I have in that group.
Same, and that's why I made changes because, like you said, I was waking up when I first started the group. I was waking up and I had like 100 requests. Like every day, I had like over 100 requests to join the group. So I had to do like a lot of vetting. And of course, some people snuck some type of way. They got in between the cracks, but other than that, it slowed down. But I'm okay with it because I don't want the group just to continue to build and just be anybody in there. I really wanted to keep that team dynamic. And I want everybody to feel like, all right, this is a group. We don't have to worry about nobody hassling us to buy real pages and stuff like that. So I'm okay with especially all the rules and stuff that I've added because I haven't got any like spammers like that requesting anymore, which is totally fine because I know they all real people and they probably are coming because they heard about it specifically, especially since I changed the name of it. I'm like, all right, they heard about it some type of way. That's why they coming. They're not just coming because they want to buy real pages now.
And the crave really it dies down a lot after a while. That's the thing too. The crave really dies down a lot. So Like when we first started in December, it was so many people. You know, a lot of rules got changed. A lot of people got demonetized. People are still getting demonetized because
Yeah.
there's really no concrete, you know, there's no real concrete rules to what we can and what we cannot do. No one has came out and actually posted what we can, what we cannot do. So some people don't even know the reason why they're getting demonetized.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part about it, because I felt like I've had 4 pages in the program and now my personal account, and I've never got demonetized on none of my pages. So when I see everybody having these issues, I'm just like, okay, well, it's kind of, that's something that is hard for me to help you, besides directing you to appeal it or email Facebook, because I never had that happen to me. And it's crazy because I'm the type of person that I use all that music, and then still when the copyright thing come up, I dispute it. If I can still have the music on my video, and I still have never been demonetized. Every time I dispute for the music, I put other, and I put fair use of content, and then I submit, and then they put my music back on. So I don't know. I feel like that was a little
When
risky.
I see that, I just run away from that. I just delete the video.
See me, I'm like, I need my music. They need to know that I'm walking to this. They need to know that that's my music in the background, because it's missing that without the music. So me, I've been doing that even before the bonus program. Every time they put copyright on my music, I just been up, submit, dispute other, and then I type in fair use of content. They put my music back up, and I keep it rolling. So for me, I'm a person that do that all the time. So I'm just like, dang, why have I never got demonetized when I stay using copyrighted music apparently. But hold on, let me not speak too soon. But it's like, no. Let me not speak too soon. But I don't play. I need my music. Like, stop playing and put my song back up there. Cause but yeah, don't follow my lead, because that could be pretty risky. But I haven't had any problems. I've never been demonetized or had a violation. The only thing I can say is on Instagram I had a violation, and that's not for music. I had a violation because I was using voiceovers where people had a cuss word in it, and it's crazy because some of the best voiceovers have at least one cuss word, and Instagram said nope. They definitely put me on a probation with their $1,200 cap. So they had put me on a probation on Instagram, but Facebook is more lenient. Like, I feel like if you use like the voiceovers, and they might say a cuss word in a voiceover or something, they let that fly. But on Instagram said, "Oh no, baby, no," and it's crazy because you would think that they would be kind of uniform. Like, if you can't use voiceovers with cuss words, or you can't cuss at all on Instagram, you would think it'd be the same for Facebook, but it's not. So make sure you're paying attention to the terms and the policies on each individual one, because they could differ. And now, guys, if you are just joining, I'm about to wrap it up. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I see a few comments that say Facebook user. So if you're tuning in from Facebook, I can't see your name unless you go to streamyard.com/Facebook and authorize for your name to show. But in a nutshell, that's the difference between Instagram and Facebook. And if you guys are both in the same in both programs, when it's time for that deposit, both of them hit on the 21st, and both of them say Facebook. So even my Instagram payout says Facebook, and then I'll have two separate ones. So it's crazy because even though they are not working together, they have two separate programs. My payout, when my direct deposit hits my bank account from Instagram, it says Facebook too. So that's just a fun fact. That's just a fun fact. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if a lot of people know that. But yep, Instagram's payout says Facebook. I see Sharon says she keeps hearing that Pinterest is where the sales is at. Girl, I keep hearing that too. I'm not really on Pinterest. I was on Pinterest probably before like a year ago, but I stopped posting my content there. So that's probably like the only social media outlet that I'm about to make a U-turn, because I'm missing out on right
And that's
now.
where you're missing the money at, because people go in there to buy. When you go to Pinterest, you only go in there to buy. When you go on Instagram, you go on there to scroll and be nosy and see what's going on.
Yeah, and people go on Pinterest for tips and stuff because anytime I go on Pinterest, I'm not necessarily looking to buy. Haven't bought anything off Pinterest, but like when I'm looking for any type of like tips or maybe information, I somehow end up on Pinterest. So especially like I said, if you have something where you dropping some valuable information, maybe not just even a product or something that you're selling, you probably should gear it toward Pinterest. But that I'll keep you updated once I hit the spin the block and hit that again. But I can say LinkedIn is also a useful tool. I keep saying this, and I'm going to get to doing a LinkedIn show or maybe a Zoom or something where I can put you guys on D, especially the ones that have service based business because it is very valuable and a lot of my clients have came from there. But and back to Pinterest, I have heard some of my clients, like hairstylists and stuff, say, I didn't even know my stuff was on Pinterest. And someone said they found me off Pinterest. So it's happening. I got to make sure my stuff hasn't been, keep auto doing the Pinterest because maybe it has. Maybe it has, and I just don't know. Because a lot of people that have stuff on Pinterest and they don't even realize that people are coming to their business from Pinterest because it's not the go-to thing that you think when you get a new client or you get a new customer. You're not like you came off Pinterest, no. But one thing I would say is start if you have a service-based business or even a product-based is a way that you can vet where your new clients or customers are coming from. Like maybe a simple Google form, or maybe in like the notes section when someone checks out, you can ask them like, "How did you come across this business?" Or how did you find me? That's important. And I always like to know that as well when I'm doing any consultation. I want to know where you coming from: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, word of mouth. Like, how did you find me? And that way you can kind of gauge which social media platform is, I would say, working the best as far as you building your business, which is always valuable insight and information to know. So I need to get on and it's showing monetization on there as well. I'm not sure if you're referring to Instagram Reels Play bonuses, but just to go over that, even if you see like eligible for monetization on your Instagram professional dashboard, that does not mean you're invited to their Reels Play bonus program because a lot of people ask me that, and it's completely separate. It is completely separate. You will receive an invite just kind of like on Facebook. It will pop up in your news feed, or even if you look in your professional dashboard, it will be like under like a bonus section, but it will not just say eligible for monetization, and you'll know if it's for the bonus program because it's gonna state that specifically. So just to keep that in mind. um I think someone asked me how am I streaming, and I'm streaming from StreamYard, which I love because I'm able to go live on multiple platforms at once. So right now I am live on YouTube as well as in my Facebook group as well as on my Facebook page. And I had the option as well as on LinkedIn. I'm live on LinkedIn too. But I had the option to go live on way more than those four different outlets that I just named. So I could have did my personal account. I could have did all my Facebook pages. Like I could have went live on every damn thing if I wanted to at one time. Everything but Instagram. So just keep that in mind if you have a YouTube or if you go live a lot and if you have multiple pages and you want to start going live at the same time instead of hopping off one page and then hopping back on another page. I feel like StreamYard is a good tool to use because you can just knock one live out and be able to interact organically with more than one platform. I do like that, and I do suggest that. Also, if you have a YouTube or if you are constantly going live, you can also convert those video to audio and and upload them on Apple, Google, Spotify, and Anchor, so people can have a way to watch, but they can also have a way to just listen. And it's a lot of ways, guys, that you can get content out here, or you can get your message out here, or you can be able to impact people. So just keep that in mind. It's more than reels that you can leverage your social media. So even if you have questions and it's not geared toward reels, feel free to drop them in the chat, because you guys got about 2 minutes before I'm gone. Look, Jamal's ready to go. He has his food in a takeout container. I don't even think he got a chance to enjoy it. But it's not my fault because I had
That's
no
my
idea.
fault. That's not definitely your fault. That's my fault. Listen, and I want to show you how important that I felt. This, I have much attention. I have to make sure I give to you, no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing. My word is my word. So.
Okay, well, I definitely appreciate that, and I want to say you've been in the group too. You've been in the Real Talk Business Motivation group too. I think since about December.
Yeah, I joined in December. The reason why I joined, and the crazy part is, when I got in, I didn't know what to do. I was like, "What the hell is this?" You know what I'm saying? And so I was just posting reels because I already knew that the reach that reels was giving. So I was just using it for reach. And so then I got the invite, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then what you should do, or what everybody do now these days, go run straight to YouTube. And it's crazy that I seen Samantha Bull. Shout out to her.
Oh
I seen
yeah, I
her
love
and
her. Thrifty on a dime, right?
yes, and I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the other guy. There was another guy named Clee. His name is Clee. Something Clee.
Okay.
And I just was watching their videos and seeing whatever. But Samantha mentioned the group. So then I was like, all right, boom, we're gonna look for the tribe, see if they got a group or somebody doing reels. You know, looking for the group for your niche or whatever the case may be. And I came across your group, and yeah, I just joined, and ever since then, as you said, somebody can ask a question, somebody's gonna answer it for you. You're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
the help, and if you don't, somebody will definitely go above and beyond. So that's what
Yep.
happens in our group, and that's truly appreciated.
Yep. Yep. All right, guys. So I don't see any more questions, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. But if you are just tuning in right now, you are waiting for that renewal. You guys should have just received it. So refresh your Facebook, go look in your creative studio. I know I just received my renewal on two of my business pages that I was waiting for. So if you were waiting for it, you probably have been renewed now, which is great news. So make sure you check your creative studio. And other than that, the main update was the 1,200 on the personal accounts. And as far as the renewals, they're still at 35K, so that hasn't changed. They haven't decreased it or lowered it for the people that has already been in the program. So it's also great news. And if you are in my Facebook group, Real Talk Business and Motivation, I will see you soon. And I'm pretty sure if you are coming from Jamal's group, you'll see him there as well. But thank you, Real Fan, for tuning in. I will be back live again next Tuesday. And thank you, Jamal, for coming on again. For taking time to do the
Thank
show,
you.
regardless of you being living your best life. You're in Miami right now, so I don't know where you're at, but I'm lying
I'm,
to people.
I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida.
But
Thank you.
regardless, listen, you're somewhere with warmer weather than I have down here. So I love Florida. I love warm weather in general. And anywhere it's water, beach, I'm there. But thank you so much for doing this show. To
Thank you for letting me share the space. I appreciate you, Queen. Keep doing what you're doing. You're definitely being a pillar in the community.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna have to get me some Pillar Urban Luxury over
yes,
there
tell
over
them
here.
about the
Okay.
drip. Tell them it's not a
Okay.
it's that. Y'all definitely tap in with me at pillarurbanluxury.com, Pillar Urban Luxury on Facebook, Pillar _Urban Luxury on Instagram. You can definitely check it out and see what I got. The Instagram is really where all of my photo content is. Have a lot of people who want my stuff. Diallo Riddle. I had the middle sister from
Jay-Z. Don't be humble, Jay-Z, Drake. No, I'm
the middle sister from Full House, Jodie Sweden. But yeah, yeah, a lot of people wear my stuff. So.
Look, it's crazy. Dang, that's going to be a whole nother, a whole other episode. Business catfishing, business catfishing. I got to do a whole episode on it because I've seen so many people that catfish about their business sales and stuff, but we are wrapping it up. We are wrapping it up. So I'm not going to get into that, but I'll probably talk about that on a later show because people be catfishing to get those sales. Just like I said, Dre-Z and Jake, somebody else would have rant with it. Like, yeah, I had that. So you need to make sure sales would have went up.
Trust me, right now, in the end, the one tip I do want to drop for all business owners: if you're not running ads right now to your business and you're in the Reels Play bonus program, just think about this. If you're running brand awareness ads, you're bringing a lot more people to your business. So, which means a lot more people will be watching your reels. Do not run a ad to your reel. You won't get paid for that. But for brand awareness, you're bringing a lot more people to your reel. So just think about that. That's the tip I want to give to any business owners today.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jamal. And thank you, Real Fan, for tuning in and everyone else who is watching. And you're looking for a support community. You have my group out there, Real Talk Business and Motivation. You have Jamal's group out there, which I will also link in the description. But other than that, I will see you guys next Tuesday at 8 p.m. with another episode with another special guest where you guys can tune in and get these gems, get these tips and tricks and leverage your social media. Stop playing. Don't leave that bag on the table. Let's get it. I'll see you soon.